What is up everyone, my name is Loverfella, welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved PvP tips and tricks. Today we're going to go over some of the guidelines for building a base boat and for all kinds of different boat base types of designs we can get into. So let's start this off and talk about storage. When you're on a base, you're really pressured for space because I think you only have about 64 slots to build in. So you want to make the most of all that space, and the most efficient is to use smithies, which have 75 storage units each. These are of course a little bit costlier than making a storage container, but if you're planning on making an actual base in the sea, then you might want to invest into some smithies for your storage. I mean, 75 slots is a lot, so these are going to be fantastic. Plus, they only take up one level, so if you add a second level, you can put two of these on top of each other in the same space that you can fit a large storage cabinet. And let's just go ahead and quickly mention dinosaurs. If you put a dinosaur directly on your raft, it can fall off. So you need to make a cage for your dinosaurs. If you're living on the water, you don't want to have your dinosaurs like run into like a tree or something that sticks out, fall into the water, and then you be unable to get them out or die to like, I don't know, like a megalodon or something. So make sure you have a cage for your dinosaurs. That's super important. Another really good tip for your raft base is to add an awning. So you want to put this in front of your door. You want to add two walls and then just kind of put a metal ramp or whatever kind of ramp you're using straight down. And this awning can be used both offensively and defensively. So for offense, you can use this to drive right up to enemy bases, and the plant turrets usually won't be able to shoot you. Well, if you get close enough, you could duck down, loot the plant turrets, take whatever's in it, including all the fertilizer and stuff like that, or just get super close to a base without taking damage. But also on primitive servers, or servers where people aren't advanced, I guess, where they only have grenades, it's going to make it a little bit harder for them to throw grenades and hit your base, because they're going to hit the ramp, they're going to roll right off. And then you can of course like add a door here, add a wall here or something to make it even more secured. But this is like the most cost efficient for resources. That way you're saving spaces on your base for other things in the future. So adding an awning is a very important tip. When you're sailing through the snow biome, it's important to know that your furnaces are good enough to keep you warm. Just go ahead and add a little bit of wood into one of these and stand near it, and that should prevent you from dying from hypothermia. If you have a super tall ship with giant behemoth gates around the sides, then know that you can steal your ship by using the K button. It's known as orbit mode, and we're going to have to swim under here real quick to drive the ship, but you can see right now that I really don't even have good vision, and this isn't even that tall. But if we press K, we can zoom out with our mouse wheel, keep going as high as we want all the way up to here, and now it's much easier to see where we're going. So if you're trying to build a really tall ship, then go ahead and use the orbital cam. So if you have a ship like this, you can actually loot beaver dams without getting caught by the beavers. You just have to glitch the dams into your base by just kind of driving right over it. Sometimes if you drive into rocks, you'll see that they might pop into our base. Let's see if this one does it. Yeah, just like that. So beaver dams can do that too. I know for a fact it works in the center. I have not done any... am I stuck? No, I've not done any testing on this regular map, the island, but on the center it is possible to glitch beaver dams into your base. Okay guys, we are back now, and I just went ahead and finished up this build and whipped up this bad boy. So we're going to go over a lot more things that you can do to make your base like this, which is like a mobile fortress. So the first tip is that when you're using your turrets, whether it's regular turrets or whatever this giant thing is, I believe it's the ballista turret, or this thing up here, which is a rocket launcher turret, which is pretty cool. I think it's good to elevate heights and lower some heights. You don't want them all on the same exact plane. And by doing this, it's going to make it a lot harder. So say they're shooting a rocket at you. Well, now they have to shoot a rocket at this platform here to take this out, then a rocket at this platform, then here, then down here, then over there. So it's going to take a lot more resources. And on top of that, you're now covering a broader range. If you think about the range of all these turrets, say this one has a radius in every direction of like 10 feet, just a random number. Well, this one's going to be about 5 feet higher in every direction, so now you're even more protected. So it's really good to use pillars like this, or even go down in the water. I can show you what I did down here, is add one right in front of our front door, just kind of like a, I don't know, lead the way, make sure it's guarding everything in front of us, nothing can attack us. And then we have two down here. In case people try to swim underwater and pop up under your front door, they're not going to be able to do that. You can go ahead and just take out this ramp once you get on the base, and then you're really secured. Like, this is a super good base. And another interesting tip is that you can kind of secure your turrets. So what I did here is I put a turret in a little room with a door on this side, so it's got free range shooting that side. But on these two sides, we added some windows. So maybe you're taking heavy fire from one side. Well, you can close this up and keep it facing this way. And like, if there's a ship on this back side right here, they're gonna have a lot of trouble taking your turret out. They're gonna have to drive around, and then once they see that turret, they're gonna die. So it almost looks like a generator box. People might not be threatened by something like that. but it's a really cool design, a really cool build. And right now we're right around the max structure limit, and this is all the stuff I've been able to fit. And I'm going to go ahead inside real quick just to show you what I also fit inside. We've got these, which are 300 storage spaces. We've got a little storage unit for food, which you could replace with a refrigerator. 2 furnaces. I don't even think you need these if you're going for a warboat. Actually, that's 3 furnaces. And our cable connects to everything with this location, which is really, really awesome. Now, there are a ton of ways to do a build like this. You can get super creative, but another bit of small advice is that if you're building something a little bit more compact, maybe not 3x3, maybe you want something that's like a 2x2 box in the center, you can double up your walls, you can double up your foundations, you can double up the amount of turrets you have. Like, you can make this a beast of a machine. And the denser you go, the smaller and more compact it's going to be, the more turrets you can have, the harder it's going to be to break into. So remember that if you're on a server with a 64 limit, the smaller you make your raft, the less walls you use and the less structures you use, the more turrets you can fit on. So if I made this a 1x1 box, I could have just surrounded the entire turret by auto turrets, the entire boat by auto turrets, but I wouldn't recommend that because then your actual boat is not very protected, because right now it's kind of hard to get to the actual raft and destroy it. So yeah, that's what I've built so far, and I hope you guys enjoyed this nice little guide. And as you can see, there's my island over there full of all my other building tips and tricks. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested in anything else, like how to build a double wall or a double foundation, or I saw the uneven terrain building right over there, just like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos and leave a like and subscribe to me if you like this video. I would love to have some subscribers pop by and say hi to me in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I know I've been saying this a lot lately, but check out the new t-shirt designs. They're freaking awesome, and I want to get some people to order them because that'd be really cool, honestly. I've always wanted to have someone have a t-shirt I made with my logo on it. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.